Hey guys, this is Nalini here, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful flower coaster. So I had made a flower pot and a set of 3 coasters previously, and I had got some requests to make a tutorial for that. So I'll be making this flower coaster for this video, and there'll be a second video for the pot. So do look forward for the second video also, and if you like my video, then please consider subscribing to my channel, and do leave in some comments if you have some doubts or whatever it is. Do comment and like my videos. Thank you. Okay, so we'll start by making a magic circle. So in order to make a magic circle, what we have to do is just twist a yarn like this to make a loop, pinch it here, bring it up, yarn over and pull through. So here our magic circle is ready. So a magic circle is nothing but a loose slip knot. So we'll make now 2 chains. This 2 chains is not counted as a stitch. We'll be making 12 double crochets with 1 chain between them. So to make a double crochet, we have to yarn over, insert a hook into the circle, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through next 2. So this is the way we'll be making our double crochet. Then we have to make 1 chain. Again we'll go into the circle and make a double crochet in the same manner and chain 1, double crochet and chain 1. So like this we'll be making 12 double crochets. So 12 double crochets with 1 chain in between. So I'll just complete my circle and come back to you. So here I have finished making my double crochets and chain 1. So that there's a chain 1 in between all the double crochets, and I've ended with a chain 1. So now we'll be joining it with the first stitch. So if you're a beginner and you're not able to understand which is the first stitch, so this is our chain section. Usually we count the chains, and on the top of chain 2, as we have made the chain 2, is our first one. But still there's one more method which I can just tell you. Since this is our first double crochet, a stitch before that, so this is the double crochet, and this, the one which is before that, is our first stitch. So we can just go ahead and insert a hook into the first stitch and make a slip stitch, and we can just close our magic circle by pulling the tail. So here our circle has been closed. So at this point what we can do is we can just weave in the tail. We're just gonna weave in the tail. So you can just use the tapestry needle. So you just have to go inside these stitches to hide the tail. Like this. So our tail is well hidden, so we can just go ahead and cut the remaining tail like this. So first row is complete. So now we'll go to the second row. So we'll start our second row by chaining 2, 1 and 2. And now we'll be making 2 double crochets in the chain 1 spaces, like this. So this is our first double crochet and second double crochet. This 2 chains is not counted as a stitch. And now we'll chain 1 and go for the second chain 1 space between the double crochets and make 2 double crochets. One and 2. Again chain 1, go into the next space, 2 double crochets and chain 1. So like this we'll be making all our double crochets with 2 double crochets with chain 1 in between. So I'll just complete this and come back to you. Okay, so here I have finished my row of 2 double crochets and chain 1, and now I'll just end the row by a slip stitch in the first stitch of the row. Okay, so now to go for the third row we have to make 2 slip stitches in the two stitches and come in the center of the chain 1. And now we can make 2 chains and we'll be making 3 double crochets and chain 1. So here your double crochet, your chain 2 is counted as a stitch. So now we'll make 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. So our 3 double crochets has been done. Now we'll go for the next one. Oh, we have to make a chain 1, and then we'll just go for the next chain 1 space and make 3 double crochets, and chain 1. Then we'll go for the next chain space and make 3 double crochets, and chain 1. So like this we'll be making 3 double crochets and chain 1 in all the chain spaces. So I'll just finish this row and come back to you. Okay, so here I have come to the end of the row of 3 double crochets and chain 1, and I've ended my row with a chain 1. So now we'll just slip stitch into the first stitch of the row to close the round. And here our base is ready of 3 rounds. So here we can just chain 1 and cut the yarn and just give it a good pull. Now we'll go ahead and make the vines. So to make the vines I'm using a smaller thread, so that's why I've changed my hook size. So if you're using the same if you're using the same yarn in a different color, in the green color, then you can just use the same needle which you've been using. But I have changed my needle because the thickness of this yarn is less. So we'll start making it. So I'll be starting from the center of any space, the space ones. So you can just hold your yarn like this and just go in the center space and bring it up and chain one. And now we'll just make a single crochet over here and we'll chain 5. 5 chains are done. Now we will go for the second stitch. This was the first stitch and this is the second stitch. So in the second stitch we'll make a single crochet. Then again we'll chain 5. Then we'll go for the center space, the chain 1 space, and make a slip stitch. A single crochet, chain 5, now we'll go for the second stitch, which is after the first double crochet. Then make a single crochet like this. Again chain 5, and we'll make a single crochet in the 1 chain space, chain 5, and in the second chain space we'll make a single crochet. So like this we'll just keep continuing. Now next I'll chain 5 and make a single crochet in the chain space. Then again I'll make chain 5 and make a single crochet in the second chain space. So like this I'll just finish my row and come back to you. So here we have finished the row of making these vines, and we have a total number of 24 loops, and we'll just finish the round by making a slip stitch in the single crochet like this, and we'll make a slip stitch into the loop like this. Now we'll chain 2 and make 3 double crochets followed by chain 1. So this will be the first double crochet, chain 1, second double crochet, chain 1, third double crochet, chain 1, and now we'll make the fourth double crochet and chain 2, and we'll make a single crochet to finish it off like this. And now we'll just shift to the next loop by making a single crochet like this. So this set of double crochets which we have made will be the base of our flower like this. We'll be making the flower into this set. Okay, so now in this one we are going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And now we'll be making a picot by inserting our hook into the 4th chain. So 1, 2, 3 and 4th. So we'll just make a slip stitch like this, and then we'll chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then we'll make a single crochet in the same loop like this. So this will be our leaf or a bud, we can say. And now we'll shift to the next loop by making a slip stitch, and now we'll chain 2, sorry, and now we'll make the set of double crochets. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, second double crochet, chain 1, third, chain 1, and this is the 4th one, 4th double crochet and chain 2, and we'll make a slip stitch, single crochet to end this base. Now we'll shift into the next one by making a single crochet, and now we'll chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and into the 4th one, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll make a picot by slip stitching like this, and then we'll make chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and make a single crochet in the same loop like this. So this is the pattern which will follow for the entire row. We'll make the flower base, then the leaf, flower base, leaf, like that. We will do the entire row, and I'll meet you in the last one. Okay, now we'll start making the flower. So first I'll be using the brown color. So I'm gonna make all the brown color flowers in the alternate base, and then I'll go ahead and make the cream ones. So here's a brown thread, and I'll just hold the thread like this and go into the first space, which is the chain, which is between chain 3 and the double crochet. Hold it, bring it up and make your first chain. Then we can just drop the tail and make a second chain like this. And now I'll be making 4 double crochets in this space, and this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So after making 4 double crochets, we're just gonna remove a needle and go to the first double crochet which we made. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this one, and we'll insert our needle and grab the loop, the working loop, and we'll just go behind like this and bring it out of that stitch to make a popcorn stitch. And now we can chain 1, and this chain 1 will be acting as a bridge between the two popcorn stitches. So now we'll go to the next space and make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I'll just remove my needle and insert my needle into the first chain, and then we'll just tighten our loop a little bit and bring it out of the first one, and our popcorn stitch is done. Then we'll chain 1 and go for the next space, and we'll be making 4 double crochets in this as well. And the same thing, we'll remove a hook, insert your needle into the first stitch and just bring it, oops, okay, I'll make it again. So here our 4 double crochets are done. Remove your hook, insert it into the first chain, grab the working loop and just bring it out like this and chain 1. So just go ahead and make the next 2 popcorn stitches, and I'll join you when I'm done. So here we have finished making all the 5 popcorn stitches, and now we can just turn our work and go in between the first two popcorn stitches. We have a bridge of 1 chain, so we'll just go in under that and make a slip stitch, and you can just slightly turn a flower. And now we'll be making our first petal. So first we'll just chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we have come in the middle of the first 2 popcorn stitches. So what we will be doing is, you can see this, there's a hole in the middle, so we will be inserting our hook from under the bridge and bringing it out of this for all the popcorn stitches. So in the first one we will be inserting a hook and bringing it out of that center, the hole, and make a double crochet, oops, make a double crochet, and we will chain 3, and we'll be slip stitching at the base of the double crochet which we just made, and we will be catching these 2 loops. We'll be inserting our needle into these 2 loops like this, and then make a slip stitch. So our first petal is done. We'll be making one more petal in the same area, so insert your hook, bring it out and make your first double crochet and then your second double crochet. So after making the 2 double crochets, we are going to chain 3 and slip stitch it at the bottom of the double crochet. So we'll insert a hook like this, catching both the loops, and make a slip stitch like this. So between every popcorn stitch there will be 2 petals. So I'll go to the next bridge of the chain 1, insert and bring it out of that loop, grab your yarn and make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. After making 2 double crochets, chain 3 and make a slip stitch at the bottom of the double crochet which you just made. Again we'll make another petal in the same area, so 2 double crochets, and a chain 3, slip stitch at the bottom of your double crochet, like this. So we have to make 2 petals between each popcorn stitch. So if you want to make a 8 petal flower, you can stop right here at the last pair of popcorn stitches, but if you want 10 petals, you can just go ahead and make it in this area also, where we join the two the first and the last popcorn stitch. So I'll be making a 10 petal flower, so I'll just finish my work and come right back. So I have made all the petals, so we have a total of 10 petals. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So I have made the last 2 petals in the slip stitch which we used to join both the popcorn stitches. And we can just go ahead and make a slip stitch in this area, just above the chain 3. There's this extra chain which you can see, so you can just insert your hook in that and make a slip stitch and chain 1, and you can just cut the yarn, tighten it. So now I'm just gonna hide the sorry about that. So I'm just gonna hide the tail. I'll just show you how I do it. So first I'll just insert my needle where I want to go through. So we'll be hiding it inside like this. So I've inserted the needle, and now I can just put the thread in this. And just bring it out. I'll just go through some more stitches to secure it. This will be enough. And you can just go ahead and cut the yarn, and there will be a yarn tail hanging here, as we had woven this one in, so we can just cut that one too. And you can just put your finger in the between the flower and just give it some shape. There's one more tail popping out, so I'll just carefully cut that too. So here our flower has been made. So what you have to do is just make these flowers in each flower base which we have. So right now I have made in this base, so you can leave this one out for the second color, and you can make the brown one in this. Again, you leave this one and make brown one in this, so we can finish it, and then you can go for the second color and make it into the alternate flower bases, and you can finish making the coaster like this. So once it's done, it looks really pretty. So go ahead and make this coaster, and I will make a video for the pot. I'll make a separate video because this video will be quite long, so please look forward for that video also.